Today I am finally packing orders after opening my shop, possibly. I think I didn't open it for like 6 months or something. I'm finally able to open it. I'm really happy about that. Today I packed the orders that do not include pottery or anything that goes through FedEx or that kind of parcel services. So that was fun. I got to doodle on the packages, and I kind of like doing that when I have the time. And I definitely do have the time right now, so that's what I did. Yeah, so I'm trying to keep a realistic schedule because honestly, I tend to ask too much of myself. And usually on my weekly schedule, I have per day 5 or 4 things to do that are related to art or related to the shop or anything that has to do with Tomboy Club as a art brand or whatever. But I think that I'm not very realistic because most of the times I'm only able to do 1 or 2 of those things. And I feel like I don't keep in mind that, I still have to eat and I have to do things that are just everyday tasks, such as possibly getting a shower or cleaning the house or going for groceries or, hanging out with friends or with my family. And I don't know, like my brain just doesn't dimension that. I don't know. The concept is too hard for my brain to understand. So I'm keeping a very simple schedule and I'm trying to just write 1 or 2 things that I get to do per day. And that way I feel like I am much more willing to finish the task and it's easier to concentrate. So just much easier to focus on the task that I have to do. So that's been working so far, although not that well because I've tried to write per day what I'm going to do. And I'm really just like, I have my schedule set up like that. But in the end, I just end up doing whatever feels easier to me. So I'm trying to be, what's the word for it? Flexible. I'm trying to be flexible. So I'm writing the things that I have to do per day on a week. And I'm allowing myself to change that as it goes, right? Like maybe today I'm not feeling like doing pottery, or maybe today I'm not feeling like drawing on my sketchbook or planning this other project. So I'm going to see what I have on the list and grab something from that works for me today, something like that. And I think that works much better for me so far.
2013 when Beyonce released Self-Titled. We're just having fun. But for real, it seems that there's a bit of a generational divide, which is also but fair. When I talk to folks on the Gen Z side, they're like, yeah,
Hi and welcome to my new working space. No, but really, I have to be working here. So a couple of days ago, Edson found a little stray kitten. Well, not so much a kitten. He's kind of a little bit bigger now, but he was very badly injured, and so he took him to the vet, and we have been taking care of him ever since. It's been like maybe 4 or 5 days, possibly. And so he's been staying in the studio room because we really don't have any other room that we can put him in that we're not constantly using. So yeah, I had to donate my studio for a couple of days. We're not sure if we're keeping him or if we're just gonna get him vaccinated and just like ready to be adopted. But for now, we're keeping him here. We're still trying to figure that out. I wouldn't have any problem with keeping him, but the only issue is that we have been very busy, so I don't know if we have the time to really put in the work to integrate another cat into the family, especially because Nina tends to be a little bit more, not necessarily aggressive, but just she isn't very welcoming of other cats, and so it's a whole process, right? And on the other hand, I think Gelatina is a little bit more accepting of other cats, and he seems to be very sweet, honestly. I don't think that we would have any problem keeping him. He seems to be, because he's orange, right? So he seems to be like the sweet orange cat, not the crazy one, hopefully. I mean, he's been staying in my studio and he hasn't knocked anything. He hasn't like done anything really that bad. I mean, he did knock one plant, but we've sort of like tried to block that, and he hasn't tried anything ever since. And on another note, I've also not been able to sleep that well because I haven't really taken gelatina to be, what's the term for it? To be serialized? Is that the correct term? I'm not sure if that's the correct term in English, but I hope that you get what I'm saying. Because I feel like there's another term, but I'm not sure I can remember it right now. So yeah, we haven't done that. So she has been meowing like crazy at night. I actually took her today in the morning to the vet so that he could get like blood samples and everything that's needed in order for her to get her surgery. But it seems like it's gonna be tomorrow when I take her to her surgery. But anyway, so this is where I've been working. Well, where I'm gonna start working now for a couple of days at least. And on April, I'm gonna be having another art market that I am going to be in. And so I wanna make a couple more pottery pieces to take there. I have been working on several pottery pieces, but these are for a major update. So this is toad, froggy, toady frog, right? Oh my god, it's not focused. And this is another one. It's a trinket, little pots. I'm still working on getting better at assembling two pieces in one. I think this is my best work yet. I think if I have enough time, I'll try and make another one. I want to make one that's a bit more oval shaped. And this one's a little lap dog. Oh my god. Focus. Well, you'll have to believe me. This is a little dog that I am going to paint in black. This is for my sister actually, so that she could put her incense in it. It has a little hole in there. And so the reason why I made her into a black dog is because as kids we had a dog called Merlot, and she was a black lab. She passed away a couple years ago, sadly, but you know, I thought it was like a nice memento, and she can keep her in the room. And the reason why she was called like that is because we used to live in a place where in a place that was very well known because of its vineyards. So we thought that naming her after a grape or wine type just made sense. So Merlot, and I really like that name. I think it's the best name we've ever come up with for a pet so far. I mean, I really like gelatina as well. But anyway, so yeah, these are some of the pieces that I've been working on. I have a couple more, but I'm not gonna show those until possibly later once I'm painting them and everything. But today I wanna work on a couple other pieces, and those are the ones that I'll be taking to the art market for April. Possibly it's gonna be like 2 or 3 pieces. I really don't wanna go with like a huge amount of pieces or anything. And if they don't sell, I can just sort of push them for July's shop update, right? All in all, I think it's a nice thing to have a change of working space. I mean, I love working on my studio, but it's not that bad in here. Hopefully my cats will actually let me work. I think Nina tends to be very respectful of my space, and so she doesn't really bother me at all. Gelatina's a little bit more, you know, she really likes to cuddle and she really likes to play. So I think that on her side I'm gonna have a little bit more trouble, but right now she's sleeping, so I think it's better that I get started before she wakes up.
¿Qué es lo que quieres? ¿Puedes decírmelo?
Claro. Pues no ves esos departamentos que se ven muy industriales. Está en ese look ahora. Son unos cubos y ahí que se ve la mitad.
Well, I am recording from the coffee shop because I have to be working here. and it is an hour before we open. So, but I just wanted to record really quick an outro to the video. So basically, as you probably saw, this is the video for March and April. Is that correct? Yeah, March and April. I don't know. It's been a while. Honestly, I'm already in May. Hi from the future, I guess. But or from the present. I don't know. This whole video is from the past, I guess. But yeah, I honestly didn't have the time to finish editing most of the video, and then I had finished editing in March, but I was already halfway through April, and I had not a lot of I didn't record a lot of things in April, so I thought maybe I would just smash the important things from both months, and that's basically what I did. So I think that in March I did a lot of non-art related things. I got to go to the aquarium in my city for the very first time. I hadn't visited yet, so I was excited about that. And we did go to celebrate Nayeli's birthday, so that was really awesome. I also did other things that I didn't record that were like going to a coffee expo, and then I also did go to see the Spirited Away play, and I really enjoyed some of it. I think I was expecting something a little bit different. The expectations were different, but I did see some of but I did enjoy some of the things. One of them, which was an interactive. I did record it at the interactive aspect of the play, which was only one time, where they are trying to get the spirit out of the bathhouse, and they throw the ropes at you and you have to pull them, you as the public, as the audience. And I thought that was really cool. I really didn't expect that to happen. Other than that, I mean, I think the cast was amazing and I loved that, but I did feel that the scenario was very bare compared to other productions of the play, and that made me a little bit sad. Regardless, it was a really nice experience, and I'm just trying to go to more plays and more art exhibits and more things around in my city, because I kind of like doing that sort of thing, but I never give myself the time to do it. So yeah, March was filled with a lot of activities that were non-art related, and I think that having those spaces of time for you to explore and do different things definitely helps to, just bring experiences into the art that you do. And talking about that, in April, Nayeli and I, why did I say her name like that? Nayeli and I actually went to an art market, and we prepared our stands to be aquarium themed. So I think it made a lot of sense. It is a very straight line into going into the aquarium in March and then having a stance inspired by that experience. And I really love that. Sorry, a big truck just went by. So I really didn't, what was I going to say? I completely forgot. So I didn't really record that much as I would have liked to. I don't know, I guess. And I wanted to record while we were putting the stand, and, but I think that in the moment, I was more pressed about actually doing the job of putting the stand and making sure everything was all right. And there wasn't a lot of space for me to actually record and put down my camera and stuff. So I really didn't try. I recorded a couple of videos of how it turned out, and that's about it. As you probably saw before, and it was a nice experience. Again, I really love going to art markets. It's very enjoyable. Sometimes, obviously, it is tiring because you have to be there all day, but it is a fun experience as well. And I guess making themed stands is fun. I don't know if I'm always going to be making themed stands. I would like to have like a standard, nice stand that just works for whenever I don't have any idea, or maybe when I'm going, maybe not like in my city, but I'm going somewhere else and I can take all that stuff with me. But this one was nice because I collaborated with Nayeli to work on it, and we kind of divided the tasks and the things that we needed to do to put up the stand, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, and it's nice. And then we dressed up, and I dressed up as, I guess it didn't really come across as that, but I was trying to dress up as someone that goes fishing, and yeah, that's what I tried doing. It was 2 months filled with plenty of activity, and now I am resting a bit. I'm slowly building up a new pottery set, and I have plenty of illustrations that I want to draw that I haven't finished because at the moment I am experiencing a little bit of a creative block. And that's okay. I know it'll eventually pass and I'll get to work again. So I'm trying not to press myself too much and just trying to rest a bit. But yeah, I have plenty of ideas. And hopefully I will soon have another blog up. I don't know if it's going to be like a whole month type of blog or if it's going to be like a one thing, like more specific vlog. We'll see. But possibly next blog will be in Spanish since this one was in English, and that's also fun, just to switch it up a little bit. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is my outro video, and I hope that you enjoyed this one, even though it was a little bit all over the place and not a lot of art making. I don't know, maybe a bit of it, but I don't know. It wasn't all art. So yeah, let me know what you think about this type of video with a little bit more of random things sprinkled in it. And have a really nice day, I guess. Yeah, have a nice day.